Good morning! Sarah is cold this morning. And tired and sleepy. So, yep. Oh, and evidently GoDaddy pulled that ad. That sad puppy ad. Yay! Yay! I'm done with work. Now to drive back home. Hey, I'm home. There's my pretty wife, and she's watching Project Runway All-Stars. Yay! So I'm gonna sit on the couch here and take a nap while she watches that. Yep.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Yep. Do it.
So, yep. Hello! So I'm up from my nap, and I've changed my shirt. I've got an Audio Technica shirt on, because I am about ready to go to Circle City Audio. They've got a drum miking and mixing clinic, going on tonight. So that's where I'm going to be going here in a little bit. I gotta get a bite to eat, and then I'll be there. So here I am in a very hazy room at Circle City Audio. Class on hazing, he says.
Okay, so this is Andrew scoping in on Chris's and Sarah's vlog. This is how you're supposed to make haze. I'll use slices that don't let haze go in your place.
I like it.
That's Jeff. Where?
Where?
Strange desire to say
where this comes from, whereas that kind of range from 100 to 120 is where that kind of where you really hear the kick drum. Now the problem is there's something else that's fighting in this frequency range for those positions, and it's whatever you're using to present bass, typically bass guitar in a more pop-oriented organization. So when I talk about complementary EQ, what I mean by that is if you are going to reach down and boost 50 hertz on a kick drum to make it kick you in the chest, you have got to go to the bass guitar and cut that same frequency so that they will fit together in a mix, or you're going to have constant challenges making it work. Now with the fact that you can kind of play with these in these two different ranges, which it won't really surprise you to see that they're basically an octave apart, somebody gets to pick and win in one of those areas. So what I typically do from a mixing standpoint is if I want the kick drum to kick me in the chest, I'm going to boost it at around 50 or 60 hertz. I'm going to go to the bass guitar, cut that at 50 or 60 hertz. I'm going to let the bass guitar player have 110 or 120. Let him do that, and I'm going to go to the kick drum, and I'm actually going to get in and I'm going to roll some of that out so that those will sit in a pocket together. The other thing that you're going to deal with is if you're trying to pull beater noise out, that's going to be in the kind of 3K to 5K range. That'll slip a little bit around based on the size of the kick drum. And then really above 5K, you know, what valuable is going on in a kick drum? We are talking about a mic that Shure has been shipping for 80 years, unchanged. They did something right. Every time I have tried to put something else on a snare drum, I give up and I go back and I put the SM57 on it. Something about the transformer in there, it's a little slow. It distorts pleasantly. It's got a nice little set of things that just work really, really well on snare drum. Typically, you're going to look at mic and a snare drum, top edge. One thing I will always watch for, trying to get the hats in the back half of the microphone so that the snare drum has got as little hat leakage in it as possible. Josh sets his kit up pretty tightly, so it was not really easy for us to place that. We did what we could do. I've also got a bottom mic on this. When you do that, you want to do as closely as possible. Make sure that the distance from the head and the mic is roughly the same on both of them. So that when I open up both of those microphones, they play together nicely from a phase standpoint again. They'll combine better. You're going to have an easier time setting them in the mix. You get different sounds off the top and the bottom of those. Gives you some capabilities. And then I have a nice technical graphic here so we can look at what the frequencies are on this. But I probably spend more time fussing with snare drum EQ than anything else. Now, I'm going to get kick a lot. I'm going to get snare a lot. I'm going to get hi-hat a lot. But I don't know when the toms are coming. And oftentimes, because they're being played going into different sections of the song, they're played inconsistently from an amplitude standpoint. You just don't know what you're going to get. So, obviously, we're dealing with the same kind of things edge on. I mean, ideally, I would like to mic those in the middle of the drum. Somebody else is doing something in the middle of the drum, so I don't get access to that. We're also going to talk about the kind of Glyn Johns technique, which I'm showing here. The basic idea behind... Any Zeppelin fans? Yeah, okay. Have you seen this before, John?
Not from you,
That's not what I asked.
but yes.
So, where's my highly technical measuring tape? Oh, there's my highly technical measuring tape. Nope, this one's plugged in. I'm going to use it anyway. Nope, it's my limiting factor. So basically, I am putting a single cardioid roughly over the snare, kind of pointed down over the kit. And the goal that I'm going to do here is I want this secondary mic, let's see, to be basically the same distance, as closely as possible, to the center of the snare from both of these. Matching those is going to keep those roughly in phase and give me some capabilities that I wouldn't have otherwise. Josh, can I steal you for a couple minutes and we will play some crap? I may actually. I'm starting to fade a little bit. There's only so much space in the mix. So when I talk about starting from the bottom and building your pieces up, once I've kind of got that rhythm thing built and I'm starting to add those guitars on top of it that are tending up to top a whole lot of 400 hertz, I need to scoop something in that kind of 800 to 1.2 range to have some place where vocals will sit. And once I kind of get that stuff, to me, everything else in a mix is frosting. Now, and I'm a keyboard player and we're the worst. Because it's like every keyboard player in the world, it's like they're playing these gorgeous pads and they're playing this big octave in the left hand. We should cut all keyboard players in big group bands left arm off, and all of our music would be improved. And we have a bad tendency to have 3 panning positions, you know, center, not so far off, and then all the way far off. Okay, the problem is, if you have concurrent material and you pan them the same left and right, it's just the same as if you panned it right up the center. So, you know, one of the things that I try and play with are these kind of panning situations where you give something some spread, but don't pan it all the way hard left and right, so it may be hard left and mid right, and I try and alternate. So if I've got a secondary guitar part, I may balance it off what's going on from a piano part. So you start to find that space left to right in the mix, and then you also have to find space front to back in the mix.
I'm home! Yay! There's my pretty wife. Wow. It looks so washed out. Hey, that's better.
I was gonna say, it was really bright.
That's better. So I'm home. Yay! Look at this yummy dinner my wife made. Does it look familiar? Does it? Does it? Does it look familiar?
It's exactly the same thing as last night.
Is it? Oh.
Last night was
Oh.
delicious. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, it was. It's amazing. You definitely should try making it, for sure.
Hoppin' John. Which I noticed when I watched the vlog that you posted, but you didn't include, you took a clip of the ingredients that we used, but you didn't put it in the vlog. Why not?
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
No.
I didn't put that in the vlog.
No.
I'll get back to you on that one.
It had...
I will post it right here. Right here. Whoop. Da-da-da-da-da. There you have it. And there's the instructions. You're on YouTube, you can pause it. So there you have it.
Hoppin' John.
So and here's some of our ingredients. And we've got rice that's getting ready to cook there. And there's more rice there. Wait for it. Okay, so there you have it. There it is.
That's what we put in our Hoppin' John.
Woohoo! She's cute. So yay, I just got done eating a yummy dinner, and look what my wife is doing! She's doing the dishes! Oh my gosh! What? That makes me so happy!
It's not that rare. It happens.
Hey now. Not that rare? Really? Excuse me? Did I hear somebody say
It does
something?
tend to happen every now and then.
Every now and then. Okay. Okay. It is pretty rare, though. Love you too, sweetie.
I love coming in here, seeing empty sink, bare counters, clean stove. It's beautiful. Beautiful, clean kitchen. Yay! Woohoo!
Hello. So, yeah, it's like 11:40 right now. We watched some YouTubers, our normal vloggers that we watch. Watched a couple other shows, and now it's time for bed. 'Cause I'm tired, Sarah's tired. Feel that we got a bunch accomplished. But yeah. And it's freezing rain tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. I know I'm not going to work tomorrow. I'm not driving in that. I already took the day off. So, yep, we'll see what happens. My wife just informed me that I didn't say goodnight. So,
Be polite to the people.
being polite to our viewers.
Good night, lovely viewers.
She's cute. I think I'll keep her. So on that note, good night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.